How's everybody doing today? My name is Storm Pal, and this is the continuation of my School Days series. Now, I've made 3 videos for this series in the past. One where I talked about kindergarten through 5th grade, another video where I talked about 6th through 8th grade, and my last video was of my freshman year, my 9th grade year of high school. And now I'm going to be talking about my sophomore year, which was my 10th grade year. And, you know, I've promised throughout the series that my sophomore year is going to be a biggie. And as of the time that I'm recording this, I'm halfway through my junior year. And I can say in pretty good confidence that whenever I'm done with my junior year and I record the video for that, shit's going to be really big there too. But, anyway, so as for my sophomore year, I would say sophomore year is where I really lost a lot of motivation to go to school, and this might get a little depressing. You know, it's not that really a whole lot was happening at school, it's just I thought it was all a waste of time my sophomore year, you know? And I know I said in my 9th grade video that I stopped giving quite as many shits about school at that point, you know? It was just that I really hated everything about school at that point, and it was just, I don't know, in 9th grade I didn't hate school, it's just I didn't care as much, you know? I still tried to get decent grades, but I was not as academically headstrong as I was when I was younger, and that very much so goes for sophomore year, because really my sophomore year, the first semester was just awful. My first block was English 2, which wasn't that bad. I've said that I've told you guys that I really like English, you know, and that wasn't too bad of a class for me. That one wasn't too bad, but it was just, that class wasn't very fun. Had a really nice teacher, but it's just, that class could have been a lot better, and I'm not going to go into details about all that, because the bottom line is just that the class wasn't fun, you know, and that wasn't a very good way to start out my day. And then second block, I had to take a class, an ecology class. I don't even remember why I had to take it. I don't think it's required to graduate, but that's what the guidance counselor gave me because of my scheduling and all that stuff. And the teacher was an old prick, to say the least, and the class had about 10 people in it because it's not a required class, and the only teacher that teaches it is an old prick. And people were basically taking it just to get extra credits, and none of the people in there were people that I knew, nor did I have an interest in getting to know. They were all either just absolute pure white trash rednecks or like wannabe gangsters, you know, stoners and all that shit. I mean, I don't have a problem with stoners, but it's just I don't tend to socialize with them way out of my way, you know, in school. And it was just, I was basically isolated in that class for an entire semester. By far, I don't know about by far, but it's not saying too much to say that that was my least enjoyable class of all of high school thus far, and I just hated everything about that class. The class drug on for days, it would seem, and, you know, I just didn't know anything about that class. I hated it. The teacher was so boring, and just, oh my god, I could, like, again, kind of like the English class, I could go on for days about why I hated the class, but bottom line was it was boring, not enjoyable, and I didn't have fun. And then third block was geometry, and as I said in the last video, I'm not good at math. I didn't like that teacher. Just shit really sucked for then. And fourth block, I'm trying to even remember what I had then, but I know I didn't like it. I want to say that I had keyboarding or something, which is a class that I do not need to take. I'm just going to be honest. I know how to type. I learned that in middle school, but, you know, I just had to take it. And it was with that chain-smoking teacher that I mentioned in the freshman video that I just absolutely hated, you know. I had to take that class at that point or something like that. It was at some point in my sophomore year. Oh, wait, no. That was second semester, my bad. Fourth block, first semester was Spanish, and that's where things start to look up. Spanish class I had with people that really weren't that bad, you know. I was kind of not looking forward to Spanish class because, you know, I knew that I wasn't going to be fluent by the time I got out of the class, so I was like, what's the point in doing this? But 2 people that I really began to grow really close to my sophomore year because of that would be Chase, which I mentioned in the 7th grade video that I didn't really like Chase when he moved here, and then a girl named Naomi, which, you know, I'm really close to now. I've known her since first grade, but we really didn't start hanging out until freshman year in drama class, and then kind of drifted apart till we came back for Spanish, and we became really close friends. Me, Chase, Naomi, we're three very good friends now. We hang out a lot, just us three, and um, that was by far the light of my day was Spanish class, getting to hang out with those two people. And still, I skipped school a lot to do YouTube because YouTube was a little bit of an escape for me, to be honest. At that point, it was just I hated school, and skipping school not only made me not have to go to school, but it made it to where I could be doing YouTube. I'd have more time to make videos, and YouTube really was an escape for me my sophomore year, I would say. It's not like that. It's not that I had problems or anything. It's just that I didn't like going to school. And right around that time, Omega Pro, which is one of my best friends that I've met through YouTube ever, he's told people on his channel of his story. He dropped out of school his senior year, I believe, and it was kind of for the same reasons. He just didn't like going to school. He didn't like the people, and I don't think that I would have dropped out, but him telling his story definitely did not hurt, and it kind of told me, okay, this is not good. I don't need to do this. And like I said, I don't think I would have dropped out anyway, but it just really didn't hurt for me to hear stuff like that. And, like I said, Chase and Naomi and probably Omega are three of the reasons why I didn't drop out of school, I would say, my sophomore year, because I absolutely hated everything about school then. And that's really weird to say. I've mentioned it on my Tumblr blog like once or twice, but I don't know. Anyway, so basically what I wanted to talk about more in my sophomore year was drama class, which became pretty damn insane my sophomore year, because we did a lot, because we had a very talented group of people in the class. I will not lie. It was Wyatt, myself, this guy named Hanson, which is really cool. His dad is actually like an actor and everything, not like in movies or anything, but he's a really good actor. And we had two of the best actors that the school has ever seen. And of course, the teacher really wanted to put our class to the test. We had some of the best actors and actresses that she had ever had in one class, and so we did a lot. Our first thing that we did for the first half of that semester was we did a kind of show based off of famous movie scenes, and we did like singing, dancing, and skits and everything. We did Monty Python, which I did a lot of the Monty Python stuff, and we did Robin Hood Men in Tights. Yes, I had to wear tights. I had to wear tights. And we did Grease. Yes, I had to wear a leather jacket. Trying to think, we did a lot of that stuff, and it was just really fun. I know in the Monty Python, I played as Herbert, which was like the king's son, and I was like, but father, I don't like her. I know that was like my big thing. And then we did the witch scene, she's a witch burner, and I was one of the villagers in that. In Robin Hood Men in Tights, you guys might laugh at this, I played as Achu. For those of you who have seen the movie, you might think that's funny, because Achu was played by Dave Chappelle in the movie. Yes, I played as a black guy in the movie. And, because we only had one black guy in the class, and he didn't have motivation to do that. He was just there for a credit. He was actually a good actor when he tried, but he didn't want to do it. And I really liked doing the British accent stuff and all that, so, but that's just a funny little story. And then in Greece, I think I played as Putsy. All we did was the opening scene, summer lovin', happy a blast, all that stuff. Because I'm not good enough of a singer to be the lead. I didn't even try for that shit. I didn't want to. I didn't want to have to do that. And then we did the closing scene. We go together like Rama Lama Lama, Kiddingity Ding Dee Dong, together forever, like Shwap Shwada Wada Yippity Boom De Boom. Yeah, we actually had to remember like all that perfectly, which it's not that bad if you listen to the songs. But yeah, we did all that, and that was absolutely fucking insane. We were about to kill ourselves by the end of that, because that was such a high production show. And it was just to raise money so we could do our quote-unquote big show. And that was our play called, damn, what was it called? I really don't even remember. But basically the play was about these three southern guys who they want to get inheritance from their rich aunt Harrington, which is about to pass away. And I know that's kind of a generic idea, but nonetheless, that's what it was about. And the thing is that their Aunt Harrington never liked young men. It's not that she's a lesbian or anything, it's just she always thought, you know, they were troublemakers and all that stuff. So in order to gain the inheritance, they have to dress up as girls. And I did not try out for any of those parts, for that part. I think it was Wyatt Hansen and some other guy that ended up playing as those roles. And I did not want to do that. Not only would I have to dress up like a girl, but I would have like a million fucking lines. And I was like, nope. So I played as 2 roles, however. Combined, I still only had like 30 lines, and I was still barely able to remember those because, like I said, I stopped giving shits in my freshman and sophomore years, so I didn't practice once outside of school for it. But I played as a British guy who was like the accountant for Miss Harrington, and he also had an affair with Naomi's character. And then I also doubled as this like rich guy who was trying to get the inheritance and was married to this girl that was actually really pretty, but you know, and yeah, I doubled up on those parts. Like I just had to change outfits a few times backstage and all that stuff. But yeah, so that's basically a lot that happened there. No, I guess never mind. This is more of a sophomore year thing, but I mean, this is more of a junior year thing, but I just wanted to say that the Angel Girl and the Hope Girl that I mentioned in the end of my middle school video, they definitely lead up to stuff my junior year and some other stuff. So yeah, you know, you guys will have to wait a little bit for the junior year video. It'll be sometime around May, June 2013 until that'll come out because I want to have that entire year done. But nonetheless, that is it for this video, and I promise junior year is going to be a huge one. So yeah, and for now I'd like to thank you all for watching. Hope you have a nice day, and goodbye!